Curious about how to make an AI voice of yourself? This is going to change how you use AI, and you'll be able to do it in just a few minutes. First, I'll tell you the best tool to use to make your AI voice after testing tons of them. Second, I'll show you the step-by-step process. I'll give you the secret between the 4 biggest mistakes I see people making when they try to make a voice clone and it sounds nothing like them. And I'll tell you all the ways you can use your AI voice. All right, so first, which one is your best option? ElevenLabs, hands down, is the best option for cloning your AI voice. It's cost effective, you can regenerate it if you don't like it, and you can upload 3 hours worth of training, which means that it's gonna be easier for your voice to actually sound like you. And it's really, really easy to use. Just a few clicks and you're done. Now here's the step-by-step process. Step 1, you're gonna click Voices and then Add New Voice. Step 2, you're gonna click Professional Voice Cloning. Don't pick the instant voice cloning one, that's trash. Then click Start, give it a name. So for example, mine is Brittany for webinars and presentations. Upload up to 100 samples of your voice, and you wanna shoot for 3 hours total. You don't wanna do a 3-hour presentation, just upload that, because by the end of that presentation, your voice is a lot more tired, you have a lot less energy. We want something that's really energetic. So anywhere from 5 to 10 minute segments is really what we're looking for when you upload your samples. Then give it a description. For mine, I might say a 36-year-old American woman, voice that's welcoming, warm, and great for presentations. Now I'm gonna tell you all the common mistakes so that you don't have to waste time making those mistakes. But first you might be wondering, do I have to record specifically for this? Because 3 hours of recording, especially if you're just reading a script, not only does that sound boring, but it sounds like a lot of work that you may not wanna do. And I don't wanna do that either. So luckily for you, you can just take what you've already recorded. Now we want our samples to be really lively, and that's one of the mistakes that people make, is that they will record something that just is monotonous. It sounds like the teacher from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, just very, very monotonous. That's not what we want. We want something energetic and lively. So when you're choosing samples, choose something where you were speaking conversationally, where you were excited about what you were talking about. That's the kind of stuff that we want. We even want it to be a little bit over-exaggerated so that ElevenLabs can pick that up when it's training your voice. So that's mistake number 1, not being expressive enough. Mistake number 2, people use a small sample size. So if you're only uploading 2 5-minute videos or 2 5-minute audios, it's not really gonna have enough to pull from. So it's gonna sound a little bit robotic. We wanna put in more samples. You can put up to 100, you don't need that many, but I would say 3 hours worth of content is what you want, and I would do anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes per sample. The third mistake people make is they use their not normal voice. The first time I recorded my voice and put it into ElevenLabs, hoping for a voice clone, I was sick. I was tired of being sick. I had lost my voice for a while. I was tired of that, and I was like, I just need to get some content done. I need to get some podcasts done. What am I gonna do? And so I just thought, today's the day. I'm recording this because I'm angry about not being able to have my voice. And it worked pretty well, except that it was my sick voice. And so then everything I produced from that sounded like I was sick. So people would message in, they'd be like, oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. And I was feeling better for weeks at that point, but I just needed that content out there. So use your normal voice. Don't record when you're sick, or don't choose samples from when you're sick. And finally, the fourth mistake people make is using a voice that sounds a little bit too much like your normal voice. Think about when you're learning something new, you have to sometimes over-exaggerate it. I remember when I was learning how to really swing the bat in a different way when I played high school softball, and my coach said you had to over-exaggerate it. Same thing for people who are in theater. They know the first time they do it, sometimes they have to over-exaggerate everything that they're doing so that their body kind of gets used to those movements, and then it can even out in real life. And that's the same thing with training your AI voice. We want it to be realistic, but in order for it to be realistic, you have to exaggerate your normal nuances and gestures. For example, I might say, hey everybody, this is Brittany Long. I'm so excited to be here with you today. My normal voice, I'd be like, hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here. So just a little bit more inflection. Now let's talk about the different ways you can use your new AI voice. First, if you have a podcast, I've used this for my podcast and my private podcast, and I always send it out as a sample to people that I've worked with before to say, can you tell the difference here? And usually they can't tell too much of a difference unless they're looking for it. This has been really helpful for me when I've been sick, when I've had a lot of stuff going on, when I need to take a break, but I still want to get something out there. So if you've ever recorded your podcast and you're like, oh my gosh, if I have to record another podcast episode, like I'm just gonna throw everything out the window. If you've ever felt that way, this is a great way for you to use your AI voice. Next is an audiobook. If you have that book you've been meaning to turn into an audiobook, this is a great time to do it. This is also a great way to turn some of the content you've already created into a book and then into an audiobook also. The next way that you can use your AI voice is for presentations, workshops, anything that's pre-recorded. All you have to do is create the script. My favorite way to do this is ask ChatGPT to help me create the outline, and then from there I type up the script, or at least most of it, and then I ask ChatGPT to help me finesse it. From there, I copy and paste the script into ElevenLabs, press play, and it generates my voice in seconds. I've already talked about using it when you're sick or when you have something else going on in your life that might be making it challenging for you to get your real voice out there. For example, if you have kids, dogs, anything, a lawnmower around your house, anything that makes a lot of noise, it can be hard to sit down and record without having to go back and edit and edit and edit to get all those little noises out. By using your AI voice, you can have your audio out there without you needing to actually sit down and record it. And finally, and this is one of my favorite ways to use it, is with future you messages. So you can set up an automation where you send a message to Telegram or WhatsApp and you say what you're doing this week. What are you working on? What's going well? What's not going well? Where are you achieving your goals? Where are you not? Where are you taking action that you're like, yes, this is gonna get me closer to my goals? And where are you avoiding that action? Anyway, you can send a message on WhatsApp or Telegram, have it go through ChatGPT, and then have it send to ElevenLabs. Then it's gonna send you a message back. It's gonna actually sound like you. It'll be like a message from the future saying, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. This is exactly what it takes to get to this future version of yourself that you want to reach. Or this is like next level goal setting. Now, if you like the idea of using AI to help you when you're sick, when you're tired, when you don't feel like recording the audio, when you're out of town, when there's a lawnmower down the street that's really loud, when your kid is really loud, when your dogs are really loud, you're gonna love all the other ways you can use AI too. Click the link that comes with this video to get 120 ways to use AI in your business today. My name is Brittany Long. Click the link that comes with this video today.